Evet. Dünyanın en kanser oyunuyla. Vallahi bak. Bir 10 dakika oynasam yeterli yani. Mouse sensitivitesini birazcık arttırmamız gerekiyor sanki. Dönmüyor çünkü. Valla bu oyunda konuşulacak hiçbir
There's
şey
no
yok.
feeling more intense than
Sadece
starting over. If you
sinir
deleted your
oluyoruz.
homework the day before it was due, as I
Mesela
have,
şu.
or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute.
Bak bak bak. Hop.
If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food
Hop.
on it.
Hop.
If you won an
Hop.
argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view.
Hayır.
Starting over is harder than starting up.
Bak bak
If you're
izliyorsun.
not ready for that,
İzli.
like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Güzel.
Thanks for coming
Bak.
with me on this trip.
Ben bu oyunu
I'll
buraya
understand
kadar
if you have to take a
oynadıysam
break at any point.
helal olsun
Just find
kendime.
a safe place to stop.
Daha yolun
Quit the game.
başındayız.
Don't worry, I'll save
Bak,
your progress
izliyorsun,
always,
izliyorsun.
even your mistakes.
Aa!
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects.
Oğlum oyun çok
Designers
kanser
slap them
ha.
together very quickly and freely, and they're
Arkadaki
often too
konuşmalar
rough and
zaten
unfriendly to gain much
kanser.
of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them
Oh,
than as polished
bak.
products.
Bak. Bak. Bak
In a
beni
certain
sinir
way,
etme.
Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B
Sexy
game.
hiking.
It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual
Bak
and unfriendly
bak
games of its
bak
time.
bak.
In it, your task is simply to drag yourself
Bak
up a mountain with a
bak.
hammer.
Düşme düşme.
And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life,
Oğlum,
has certain
oyun
essential
harbi
properties
çok
that
zor
give
bak.
the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery.
Ah,
And the
nefes
player is
nefese kalacağım
constantly,
böyle.
unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Danger danger.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this
Bak
dead
gene
tree
Sexy
that
Hiking
blocks the
diyorum.
way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke
Oh.
at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over.
Bak bak.
And there's a sense of truth
Oğlum,
in that
ben
lack
neyim
of
lan böyle?
compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through
Dur
them
dur dur dur
once you have
dur
the
dur.
correct
Dur.
method or the correct equipment or
Dur,
just
dur.
by spending enough time. In that sense,
Dur, dur,
every
dur,
pixelated
dur, dur,
obstacle
dur.
in Sexy Hiking is real.
Dur dur dur dur dur.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that
Oh.
makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo
kayıyor lan.
intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing.
Ah, buradan
A
düşmemek.
funny thing happened to me as I was building this
Oğlum
map.
Anakin gibi oldum.
I'd
Sevdi
have an
biraz.
idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it,
Oğlum bak
test
buradan
it,
düşersem
and it
çıldırırım.
would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard.
Tamam şöyle
But I couldn't bring
sakin
myself to make it
sakin
easy.
sakin
It
sakin.
already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a
Sakin
builder.
sakin sakin
Imaginary
sakin
mountains
sakin.
build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Oğlum bu oyun bu kadar zor olmamalı ya. Bak şu. Heh. Şimdi zor bir alana gelmiş. Lan masayı tutuyorum. Onu o derece kanser ediyorum.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they
Oğlum,
begin
çok
to
zor
harden
lan.
and set until they're
Mousepad
immutable
kayıyor,
like rock.
mousepad kayıyor. Elim
And at that
terledi.
point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new
Oğlum
ideas.
kayıyor kayıyor. İlk saniye nefes almam lazım. Oğlum bak işte Bak, bak, bak. Zor oğlum, zor. Nasıl geçeceğim ben buraya oğlum? Lan oğlum bak. Bak. Bak. Bak. Bak. Bak. Bak çıldıracağım. Lan. Ya oğlum bak. Hasbin Allah. Oraya vuracağım şimdi. Heh, heh. Oğlum. Lan. Lan durmasana lan. Kazan yuttu. Oğlum bak. Boruya vuracağım. Oo, fena geldi. Ya bak. Bak. Bak. Bak. Elim terledi. Oğlum bu oyun çok zor. Galiba çıkabildiğim en yüksek yer daha deminki yer. Of bak. Sensitivity'yi biraz daha arttıracağım olacak şimdi. Oğlum nasıl oluyor? Nasıl? Hayır. Buranın aşağısı en başa dönüyor. Burayı biliyorum. Buradan düşersem en başa düşmüş bulunuyorum. Oğlum bak ya.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's
Oynamam
a
ki.
deep frustration and
Oynamam
a
ki.
real punch in the
Bitti.
gut.
Evet, beğendiğiniz üzere ben bu oyunu bir daha da oynamıyorum. Ben niye YouTuber gibi konuşuyorum? Kötü Steam altı